Oh no! It's morning!
And that means it's time for the ROTN Mournings. Best way to start your morning off.
Nessie?
Not Nisse.
Oh.
It's Nisse.
Good morning and welcome to welcome to my mother's episode of Rotten Mornings.
Welcome to a knuckle never mother. Yay!
Welcome to a knuckle sandwich of Rotten Mornings.
Buckle knuckles for everyone. Hello, bienvenue.
I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brandy.
I'm Graham.
Good. Good. Everyone's here.
Nobody else here.
Okay. I probably should ask before because I always like give this birth. I get birth.
Girth.
I'm gonna go back to sleep, guys. Handle the
I'm
news.
Christopher Robin. Hello.
I'm Christopher Robin. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm Christopher Robin.
Hello.
Hello. That's what Christopher Robin says.
Yeah, that's fine.
And also love me, parents. I'm so lonely.
What?
I don't know.
Jesus, what's happening?
I don't know.
Well, first of all, you guys are the ones who tuned into this podcast. We're not responsible for that.
Nope. We didn't ask you to.
That's true. Except for when we're like, please listen to the podcast.
He'd never do that.
I miss my friend.
Well, actually, Urza does that, but...
Urza does do that.
All right. You guys want to jump into the news?
Yes.
It's news time!
Let's news it up.
News.
Not snoozy, just newsy.
Cool. Well, we're here. It's at the news. We've arrived.
We're here. Glad we all made it.
Hello, news.
Hey, news. It's been
Welcome
a while.
to the podcast, news.
So,
News.
what's news?
Everything at Hellbilly went great. Went freaking amazing. Destiny, Steven, and Tyler did amazing running things and doing amazing shit. So yeah.
Hey,
Shout
that's
out to
awesome. I was able to catch some of that live while it was still live, and really enjoyed seeing that. I'm so glad that you are doing some of those little behind the scenes. It's one of the neatest things that a lot of people who are fans of the haunts wouldn't normally get to see. So thanks for doing that.
indeed.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
I do wish that I had better internet service to go other places and you didn't hear this loud buzzing bubble machine in my ear. But hey, it's alive. Anything goes.
It's alive.
It's alive.
It's alive.
That's
Yeah.
I saw so that was awesome. And you guys had a really good night out there, huh?
It was amazing. Probably one of the best nights we've had in a while. Loved it.
That's fun.
I love fart.
Yeah, you just went off
You guys saw
for a
me?
second there. You
That's
there?
my alarm. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were like, I just love her.
Sorry about that. My alarm just went off to indicate I should probably be up at this hour shooting a podcast.
Oh, that's fun.
This was my alternate alarm for if we shot it at the later time.
Gotcha.
Well, it's awesome that you guys had a big energy night. I saw the live with Matt and Brandy going out to the haunted chicken house.
Yes,
Yes.
and it was one of the first times that Dan has been out there and in full Dan character.
Yes.
Not only in full Dan character, but just leaning into things.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, hey, hospital gown too soon, bro.
Right? He came out there bitching at Tim for leaving him in the hospital, and then he stands up and pulls his gown up, and he's got his goddamn American flag Speedo, and he's just dancing around the fucking midway.
Oh my
In
god.
front of the crowd, in front of the cameras,
It was
all
so
of it.
fucking. He had warned us earlier. He's like, "You better be ready at 9 o'clock, man. I got something big for you."
Well, he told Bobo to let us know to be ready with cameras at 9. So Bobo comes over and he goes, "Do you have any idea what this is about?" I was like, "Not necessarily, but he specifically wanted us to be here tonight to do some filming." And he goes, "Oh no, I know what this is." I was like, "Wait, he doesn't have any more special surprises planned?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, it's the same surprise. It's the same one." I was like, "No, he's not. No, this can't be it."
Somehow it's always still surprising.
Yeah.
Right?
And then he got in his like scoot about and like rolled around like an invalid hospital patient, like complaining about dying.
And it kept trying to run over the patrons.
It was hilarious.
The end of one of those lives was like, "Hey, Rotten, this is for you," and it's like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Nope, not for me.
I don't. Hard pass. I'll pass.
I don't want to give much away, but he did send us home with a present because Tim got him those really kick-ass shoes. So they all threw together at the chicken house, and they got something special for Tim. And you'll have to see that next weekend when we go out to Hellbilly Hollow and give him his present.
And we will film that too.
Yes, we will.
And I do hope to be with you guys out at Hellbilly Hollow.
I hope so
Sweet.
too.
I do too.
I've been stressing this event because people have things scheduled in October on weekends when they know that they're not supposed to. And then I just found out it's not a weekend; it's a Thursday, so I'm good for the rest of the weekends.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if I could have saved myself a whole lot of stress if I knew what a fucking calendar was.
Yeah, dude, you do realize that we try our hardest not to look at calendars for October just so we don't get our feelings hurt.
When we don't the things we said we were going to.
So good night at chicken houses.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, they were if they didn't do 1400, then they got right up against it.
Yeah, I mean it was nuts. The ticket line was already backed up to the parking lot before they opened.
That's wild.
And
If we
did
could
not
stay away
go
from-
down any until maybe 10:30, 10:45.
Oh, wow.
And by that point, the line for the house was backed up all the way out to the midway.
Yeah, it was basically right past the merch shop, the line for the house.
Yeah.
So it's actually some like midway, a bunch of people in the midway, huh?
Yes.
With the new way that the hayride is and the house is, I was like, man, I wonder if we're still gonna have some,
That's the same thing I was worried about when they were low on numbers. I was like, man, I hope I didn't just like destroy their midway.
Yeah.
But no, they were fine.
It worked out great once they had those higher numbers for sure.
Perfect. That's awesome. Did you guys hear from Tommy about how City went?
He said it went well.
Yeah.
Good.
Talked to him briefly before he decided he needed a shower and a nap.
I heard that. That's awesome. I'm glad that they're also doing well. Okay. Well, is there any
We
other
also
news?
had an episode of Strips.
Yes, we did have an episode of Strips, but we forgot to mention that the Joysters were out at the chicken house.
Oh yeah,
with us.
the Joysters were out there, so we got to hang out with them a little bit. That was fun, and they were on our live for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I know y'all were looking forward to that, so that was super fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. They were super kind. We got to talk to them about chasing people around. It was fun as hell.
Yes. There was this one kid that every time he saw Matt, he would take off running to the parking lot. And Mr. Joyster happened to be with us when I saw him get in the line for the hayride. And I was like, Matt, it's that guy again. Go get him. And so they both took off down the line to go get in front of him. But this time he had his girl with him, so he couldn't run away. It was very funny.
He was like, bro, I can't run. I got my girl with me. I was like, ah.
Ah, the power of women.
Yep. But
Y'all,
dude, I'd be surprised if I don't see a ton of fucking pictures with me in them because
Yes, lots
I
of people wanted a
probably
picture
got
with
like
him.
at least 1,000 pictures out there.
I gotta ask you guys something before we move on from the haunts, and Grim, this is for you as well, working the haunts tonight. I have seen some, I guess, kind of grumblings online from some of the haunted houses that I follow all over. You know, we follow all these haunted houses all over, but just people grumbling about guests not being respectful or this or that. And I'm like, man, I'm just seeing some negativity. And I was like, well, let's open this up. Like what was something good? Like, was there a really good guest experience, or just really that you guys had come through, Grim, and
Listen,
everything
I'll
for you
tell you,
too?
when it comes to like us walking around the chicken house, everybody out there, like when I first come up to a group, they're very tentative. Either they're super inviting or they're tentative. But it doesn't take half a minute just talking to them, and they're full in, super stoked about it, super nice. Like, we didn't have any disrespectful customers. We didn't have anybody that was being rude or grabby or anything like that. I think all the customers out there was nobody that was standoffish or any shit like that. What about you, Grim?
The same. At Hellbilly this last time, there was everyone that came through had an amazing time. They were either scared or just happy to be there, and just it was great. No one torn up anything.
Yeah.
And see, like, I think that's so important. That message is so important out there. Like both of you guys were at very large, haunts, and lots of people went through tonight. It's early in the season, and people are being respectful and just having a great time. And that I like that to being the narrative out there. You know what I mean? I hate
I'll
it
tell
when
you.
like one person ruins it for people, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe all these guests do that." No, all these guests don't do that. You had
Yeah,
one guest
exactly.
that didn't do it. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, one of the things that never ceases to amaze me is how people lose the most random stuff in the haunt. So, like, some dude lost his license in the haunt, and it's like,
Not
how
his wallet,
how
not
the
his
fuck
money,
do you lose your
his
license? And
he needed it so that he could get on the crazy train.
yeah,
That's nuts.
something in my head tells me he may have been full of shit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like that.
strange.
It was like that guy who lost his prosthetic leg that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
There
how'd
there
you
was
not
another
know it was
girl. What's
gone?
that?
I was like, how do you not know that was gone?
Yeah, how do you lose a leg and not realize? There was another girl, and again, this is just like, how do you do this? That like she lost her vape, and like halfway through the night, somebody found it and thought they'd found a fucking treasure, and it was like, nah, it's just her vape, and it was like, how do you lose a vape like that?
Grim.
You know what? Do not look at all of you are looking at me, and I feel so fucking called out. Fuck all of you. I'm fucking done. I hate it here.
We love you, Grim.
No, you don't. No one here does.
I'm
That's
not
not
there.
Good.
I feel the same way. Hey, look. What else? What else we have in the rotten news?
So we had your newest episode of Strips, which was episode 8, which
Yes.
was you going through Creepy Hollow, which was super cool, like frontage to Creepy Hollow in the woods that you were going through. And I really enjoyed your speed up version of us sitting in the living room and me going like fucking Flash, zipping around.
It's like a squirrel on cocaine.
Yes. And then you finished it off with us and the good stuffs. It's you fucking with Grim, which is awesome.
I have not got to see the episode yet. I came straight here and took a shower because I was covered in filth and bites all over my neck from a vampire named Brittany.
That was in the live too.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was, and you're like, kill the camera. And then, that's the same thing when Dan was like, this is for rotten, and Matt's like, kill the camera.
Yeah.
So you guys,
also,
there was all kind of mysterious things happening behind that camera.
right.
There was actually.
But then we saw the first episode of the new time slot of Cinema Macabre at midnight at 11 at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And that was a super fun episode.
Yes.
I love that you started off with the no sound bit too. And then the color came back on, like it was almost like the old joke in reverse.
It is the old joke in reverse, and I didn't realize it until after I did it.
Right.
The old joke, for those of you who didn't follow Rod Ultra, was someone who was sad and losing everything. So he loses color and then he loses sound, and in sadness. This one's a happy thing.
Yeah.
Everything back. I was like, man, I cannot make this mic bit go for too long because people will not stay tuned in for this.
It's funny that you think people stay tuned for our stuff.
I mean, that's fair. I was gonna say I meant me, but like even me.
Yeah.
What other rotten news?
We haven't discussed yet where we'll be tonight.
It's Sunday, so all the haunts are done.
Not true.
Oh.
We are taking a big group out to Insanitarium on Sunday night. We'll have some hellbillies. We'll have some chicken housers. We'll have some City of Chaosers. Like, we'll just have a big group of people.
Woo!
Well, to people who like big groups, that sounds like fun.
And as far as other haunts around here that are open on Sunday nights, I believe Territorium and Nightmare at 3008 will also be open. And I think possibly Atrox, but I'm not sure about that one. I haven't looked.
Well, that's fair. I don't know Atrox's schedule either. But that's awesome. So, guys, if you're since oh shit, make sure we're doing this right. So today's Sunday.
Today.
Yeah, today's
Sunday the 9th.
And we have this episode of Strips.
Yep.
Damn it. No, we have
this episode of the podcast.
All right, guys.
But we will also have an episode of Strips.
I made a mistake. We're gonna have to just delete this and start all over.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, so we're gonna have the podcast, which is this. That's the whole joke. I missed it. And then Strips, and then we'll probably be out at in Sanitarium. Yeah, before the Strips comes out, huh?
Yes.
In Santaranium.
That's what it was called now, Insanitarium.
Okay.
Because of our drinking game, it is now called Insanitarium.
Insanitarium. And that's it. We have those three things, right?
We might have something else.
Maybe.
Matt, you shut your whore mouth.
We might have something else.
You never know.
That's true. Literally none of us actually know.
None of us knows.
You guys think that we have all these surprises for you. We
The
have surprises from us.
We're always surprised when we do things.
Yeah, we're always surprised when we do things.
Yeah. Oh
We're
shit!
like-
I did something. Oh shit!
We're like infants. We're like, what is that? Shit myself. Oh, when I scream, I scared myself.
That's new.
Cool. Any other rotten news?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I was reading the paper.
The paper.
The paper.
The paper.
How much for the women? I got the paper.
I did want to say, I just wanted to mention this. We don't normally talk about like movies and stuff that are out there, but if you guys haven't had a chance to watch Werewolf by Night, go check that out. That is a super fun, perfect October campy, old school horror film.
Sweet. I haven't seen that yet. I did start Hellraiser. I watched about 5 minutes of it just to get like kind of an idea, and it looks like it's super fun, so I cut it off.
Hey, story of my life. Oh, this looks like something I'm going to enjoy. I gotta go.
I ain't got time for it now.
What platform is that on?
On Hulu?
Oh, but it's not a show, just a movie, right?
It's a movie, yes.
Yeah. I'll try that. We'll check that out. Maybe we'll do a review of those in a future episode.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. We're gonna jump off of here, and then when we come back, we'll have another part of this. Yeah.
Wee.
Coming this October, as night falls on a quarantined prison somewhere in Vincent, Alabama, vampires have taken over at Hellbilly Hollow, and things will never be the same.
Come visit Hellbilly Hollow in Vincent, Alabama. You'll have the best night of your life.
Yes, we'd love to have you in our neck of the woods.
The wait is driving us batty.
This year, we've raised the stakes. Join us.
Join us. One of Alabama's top-rated haunts. This is the one for you.
Hellbilly Hollow Haunted House Attraction in Vincent, Alabama. Open at 7 p.m. every Friday and Saturday in October.
Tickets available at the door.
Exclusive merchandise, tasty concessions, live entertainment,
well-lit bathrooms.
For more information, check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and at hellbillyhollow.com. And we will see you there.
Join us.
Don't go that way, man. You know who's back there? It's that serial killer from that movie.
What? Why are they here? I thought they were supposed to be chasing the kids at summer camp or invading the nightmares of the kids on that one street.
Well, they're all here. Brought in to fight off the mutant chickens, and now it's a horror free-for-all.
Oh. Where do I buy tickets?
The Haunted Chicken House in Heflin is the largest tourist attraction in East Alabama.
open every weekend in October. Tickets are $15 per attraction, 2 for $25 and 3 for $40.
Ride the hayride of horrors.
Visit the Haunted Chicken House.
Defy death in the infamous Crazy Train.
For more information, check us out on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and thehauntedchickenhouse.com. And we'll see you there.
Yep.
Welcome back, a loyal listener.
Yeah, listener.
For this section, you guys know during October we cover and introduce you to some cryptids you may not have ever heard of with your ears. And today's is the Nisse.
Nisse.
Like the car?
Yeah.
Nissan. I've got a Nissan.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
I'm sorry?
What? Hello?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can hear
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yes. That was weird. What did you guys say about this episode?
That it was at least halfway over by now.
It is. That's true. If not more, if you know what I mean.
More. Indeed.
So we are talking about the Nisse now. Are any of you guys familiar with the Nisse?
Yes, it's a garden gnome.
It is. It is a garden gnome. This comes from the Nordic mythology, and not one of the ones that are more popular and more common in current media, but definitely one that is near and dear to people who know about it. Wow, I didn't say shit just now. Have I lost you guys?
It lives in
we're
barns.
here.
Hedgehogs probably won't like them.
Oh, yeah!
What's that?
I said it lives in barns.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are you guys not able to hear me?
No, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, sorry.
We're dying.
Yeah, we're sorry we can hear you too.
Okay, so we're talking about this creature from the Norse folklore, and this is commonly associated with like Christmas time.
Yay.
Yes, it is.
Gross.
It's it's often perceived as a Scandinavian version of Santa Claus, but that association is rather misleading.
And why is that?
What?
Yeah, it's
they actually represent a different set of values. It predates Christmas anyway, as far as
going to give me presents. If not, then it can fuck off.
Yeah, it'll probably poop everywhere. Small things like to leave poop everywhere that goes.
That's true.
What?
He was more likely to conduct practical jokes.
Can you imagine what it would be like to have a tiny human that left little piles of human poop all over your house?
Why would it leave poop everywhere?
Well,
because little tiny things always do that.
Well, what if you take it and squish all the poop out for the day, and then you can let it walk around?
Wait, you'd let it walk around?
Yeah.
Oh. Don't poop in my house, little dude.
So, just so you guys can kind of visualize what this thing looks like compared to the thing we were talking about on yesterday's podcast, this one's only like 2 foot tall, and I think that's one of the major differences between the two.
So it's bigger than a dog poop.
Yeah, it's bigger than a cedar
grumble.
A cedar brumble, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
bigger than a cedar brumble. In the old Nordic folklore, he existed as a figure who lived very close to people in their everyday existence, but was typically depicted as an elderly man, not much taller than a child, who bore clear signs of high age, his face yellow as parchment, wrinkled like an old tree root. And he often had a full beard and dressed in the everyday clothing of a farmer, in gray wadmal clothes, breeches, a long jersey, and a red woolen cap.
Why is this the fucking season of cryptids that scare the shit out of me?
They're commonly seen with pies.
or puddings.
And puddings.
Putting poop all over your house.
That was solid.
Yeah.
So this is kind of neat. The term Nisse in native Norwegian is retained in an English translation in 1960, but in 1881 they chose to substitute Nisse with brownie. So this shares a lot of qualities with brownie. And in 1927, They glossed the word Nisse as goblin or hobgoblin.
What? That's way off base.
Maybe, but in the English editions of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, the Danish word Nisse has been translated as goblin. For example, in the tale The Goblin at the Grocer's. So the story of the goblin at the grocer's was originally a Nisse.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what we're doing.
I'm so happy. My how the turntables have.
Hey, if you had a chicken that was a chicken goblin, right?
Yep.
Would that be a cock goblin?
Oh, it would. That's a dead ringer.
I mean, potentially it could also be a hen goblin.
That doesn't sound as cool.
Okay, I mean,
I don't like it.
No, it's a
Get
cock.
the fuck out of here.
It's cock goblin.
Okay.
Peacock.
So, yeah, this is it just seems like as we read through this that this character has kind of been delegated, like kind of lost. Like he's delegated to, like, oh, it's more of the Santa Claus thing, or oh, he's more of a goblin thing.
He looks like a little farmer.
Mm-hmm. But as we move like through time, you know, there were all these different cryptids or mythological creatures, and it just kind of seems like it doesn't matter that there was like 10 of these things. Let's put them in these smaller categories so there's only 2 of these things, and they lose their nuance, right?
Right.
In Norway, there is a folktale that says that Nisse has 4 fingers, glow-in-the-dark eyes, and pointy ears.
Oh, wow.
And the Nisse are actually what David the Gnome was based off of as well, the old cartoon.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. If people remember that, which I thought was fantastic. Or iconic, I guess it was iconic.
Yeah.
There is conjecture made that Nisse may be related to the Nixie, but that's a water sprite. So
These all sound like car names.
Yeah. Well, you know, where do you think they got the car names from?
Those little old people that walk around your house at night that terrify the shit out of me.
Nope.
You know, it's interesting because you'll see a lot of like at old country, like restaurants or shops, they'll have that little old man puppet there or stuffed animal or doll that's like somewhere, and that's definitely a Nisse.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like, what's a Nisse? I don't know. What's a Nisse with you?
I will kill you.
So I actually have a story or two to share that I found. So the Nisse is a typically good-natured and loves conducting practical jokes. However, it's very important to stay on good terms with him, for he could create a lot of turmoil if he is neglected. So as far as the association with Christmas goes, it is a common practice that you present the Nissen with the very best of the local cuisine. Normally, this included a decent portion of Christmas porridge or a lefse, a traditional soft Norwegian flatbread, and beer. And if the Nissen is not satisfied, he would not hesitate to revenge himself by making life unpleasant for the people around him. So one of the well-known stories about this is about the girl who was so hungry that she ate the porridge herself instead of giving it to the Nissen. So he later retaliated by dancing with the girl until she died.
Oh shit. That sounds like a motto.
That's brutal.
What's the motto with you?
You didn't let me set up my joke. Thank you. You blew it. You blew it. I was totally setting that joke up.
So there's other stories, however, that are a bit more humorous. There's one legend about a milkmaid who got help from the Nisse to look after the cows. And in addition to rightfully supply him with milk and treats, the maid one day also decided to sew him some new clothes. This gesture, however, turned out to backfire on the poor girl. One evening, the Nisse came to the house wearing his new ensemble. And rather baffled, the maid received a resignation from the little geezer, who proclaimed he was too pretty now to struggle and strive in the barn.
I think we've all been there.
I've always been too pretty to struggle and strive in a barn in the middle of nowhere.
They're known to have a temper, especially when they are offended. If they are ever insulted, they usually play tricks and can kill livestock.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
These sound like little tiny blackmailers that live in your home. They're like, hey, I live here. Give me some porridge, and he's got like the knife to the cow's throat. Like, what?
Yeah, or like he's like, hey, let me get that porridge, or you're gonna be dancing till you dead, girl.
Till you die, baby. It's cold outside. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So
apparently there is a popular Christmas carol in Norway called Palavin Sitter Nissen, which translates to the Nisse in the barn.
this is what, and this is a game, or what is it? Did you say it was?
It's a Christmas carol.
Oh, a Christmas carol. Okay, that's fun. And nice job on that word. It's a scary word. I was just kind of noticing like how much this feels like Elf on the Shelf things.
Right?
Like it's a mischievous thing.
It's more like old fella in the cellar.
It's like old fella in the cellar. It's like
old fella in the barn.
That doesn't rhyme.
The way that it blackmails you, though, it's kind of like The Family.
What?
The Family?
Like the mafia.
Oh yeah.
So if you picture it there, it's like, hey, look, I'm gonna do this thing for you, okay? You're like, wait a minute, what's happening? And it's like, now you owe me a favor. You don't ever want to owe me a favor. Oh, I see what's happening.
I hope your first child is a masculine one.
Oh yeah. Cool. Well, guys, that's the Nisse. Is there anything else you guys want to?
Yeah. One surefire way of pissing them off is by urinating in a barn.
Is this saying like, hey, if you piss in a barn, there's a Nisse that's pretty pissed.
Yeah.
On in a barn.
Pretty pissed.
Pretty pissed.
I quit. I'm too pretty pissed on now.
Right.
Sounds good, guys. I think we nailed it.
We nailed it again.
Whew. Hey, guys, we got through that one. High fives all around.
Woo!
I think I'm going to die now.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Sorry. Hey, guys, tune in later tomorrow for another episode of the podcast, and come out to the Insanarium tonight and catch us live.
Yes, indeed. Hey, the Nisse sounds like if Jar Jar Binks hit his knee on something.
Nisse.
I'm sorry that I didn't end the podcast before that joke was made.
Ah!
God, no more peeing in barns.
What? Okay, fine. You guys stay rotten.
Stay
They're
rotten.
rotten.
Stay rotten.
Join us next time for another episode of Rotten Mornings.